Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. In case you, whether you care or don't care or not, I had to retake this video a couple times. One time I just thinking about the subject matter that I'm going to talk about. Like I said before, I almost start laughing in the video or whatever and screw up the video or whatever the hell. And you sneeze once in a while and screw the video up and all that. I mean, not that it matters, but anyway, time for another video in a series that I never added a video to in a long time. My series, the real life Yu-Gi-Oh cards that people play. And I'm going to add this video to the playlist, of course, there's a playlist. But anyway, just a reminder, comparing the Yu-Gi-Oh game, whether anybody actually plays Yu-Gi-Oh anymore or even watches reruns of the cartoon. The real life Yu-Gi-Oh, how people act in real life, play a real life game of Yu-Gi-Oh, whether they know it or not, because they twist. No matter what you say, anything you say or do is wrong. People twist things to their own advantage, and unlike the actual game of Yu-Gi-Oh, they literally can manufacture and invent a new card to play at will, but they can, to their own advantage, and they can also limit your ability to do the same thing, to play a card to counter their card, or the whole name of the game is somebody else has the full advantage and you should be in fetal position in the corner just because they are always right. But anyway, this card that I'm going to play, which I laugh about, comes into mind the cringy videos, whether you think some of them are for real or trolling or not. And even if you think a lot of these people are just trolling in these cringy videos, if you think they're fake or for real or just trolling, that's okay. And I question it myself, but yet there are people who really think this bullshit. But anyway, yeah, the White Leftist race card. When you play the White Leftist race card, it's a very good, convenient card because you don't have to be of any other race to play it. Actually, on matter of fact, most of the time you really have to be white to be a White Leftist. And unlike the common sense version of how to not be racist, the White Leftist Yu-Gi-Oh card is played by somebody who is white that usually still lives with their parents. They can be 20s, 30s, even 40s. They can be older, but a lot of them are young. But they ended up, if they don't grow the hell up, they usually end up in their 30s, even 40s, still living with their parents. And it's a blame card. If you're mentally and physically and intellectually lazy and you fail in life, you don't want to pursue, you're too damn lazy to pursue anything in life. And nothing says, I'm jealous of everybody else and I'm fucking lazy as hell, and that I want to and nothing says I want to destroy what I don't have, or destroy, or I want to, what do you call it, make somebody else morally deficient and deranged and racist for with something you're jealous of somebody else has got. That I don't have it, you shouldn't have it either. Nothing says that more than the White Leftist race card. And how this card works is, you fail in life, you want to attach everything to racism and call everything racist, even invent new ways and new things to call racist. And those things that you usually do these things against, just like I said, you still live with your parents and all you want to do is get high. You don't want to pursue anything, or you just fail in life, or you're lazy and all you want to do is get drunk and stoned. And if you don't still live with your parents, if you do get an apartment of your own, if you're one of these, if you want to get an apartment or a place of your own, it's never So you can have nice things because after you hate that, yeah, after all, you hate that you're jealous of that because anybody else that has what you don't got is racist. So anyway, if you do get an apartment, it's not to have nice things. Oh no, it's never usually by yourself at any uh, at any moment or any period of time. It's almost always a roommate with a like-minded white leftist mindset. I mean, this is stuff that the YouTuber Awake with JP makes fun of. You know what I mean? You basically, instead of having nice things, you'll get a place of your own, and it's always with a roommate with the same like mind. Why? And you also think paying rent and working for anything is, and having your own money, it's oppressive. You work to have anything, it's oppressive. And paying the rent is oppressive. It interferes with you and your roommate getting together a bunch of money to get a case of some kind of booze, bag of weed, or whatever the hell stuff you want to get high on. But actually, the preference is to live with the parents as much as you can. But if your parents get sick of you, unless your parents are just as liberal and just as dumbass, but in a lot of cases, if you're a white leftist and you think your parents are oppressive, uh, say after you've gone to college and that fantasy's over and you've managed to don't do nothing with it, don't get into politics or anything, because 3/4 of those people, milk college for what it's worth. But I'm not going to go on and on about that. Um, so anyway, well, without making a really long ass video, okay, let's a quick list of everything that the white leftist beta male or the white leftist plays the white leftist race card. Oh, it's a very convenient card, like I said too. You really have to be white to play it. You have to bring other races into it, and you do. And the most important thing is you bring other races and black people or whatever into it. Not because you care about black people or anything. And matter of fact, you play this card on the behalf of black people, whether you have their consent or not. I mean, you play the card, okay, on the behalf of black people. Most of them you never even met. The whole general population of black people, some of them you never met, and you don't even ask for their consent, or you're concocting more and more stuff that's racist on their behalf without asking them, without their permission, just out of presumption, speaking on their behalf. Oh, and any of us that have any friends or coworkers that are black we get along with, there's an indication that those black people are right. Need to see the error of their ways. They're doing something wrong and maybe they need a talking to. There's something wrong with them, you know what I mean? And yeah, having money. Oh, and living your life, and according to a white leftist, right? Living your life and doing your own thing is racist. You don't give me the attention that I want, and you don't let me control your life. They want to control every other white person. If they can't control every single person that's white, they can't control every single one in sight. Every single white person in sight, they get mad. They're automatically racist. How convenient! You're living your life, doing your own thing, not giving them attention. You're racist. You have money in your pocket and you don't get high. You're racist. And if you want to have nice things and have no regard for anybody else that wants to get high, you walk around and buy nice things, when everybody else is wondering what the next bag of weed is coming from, or a case of beer, or whatever other drugs they do. Yeah, this is another important thing. This demographic here is that particular white leftist who, like I said, their life revolves around getting stoned. And anybody that they associate, black or white, they stick up for all the lowlifes, okay? Every single person that's a lowlife, anybody that has anything that they ain't got is automatically a racist, and they're selfish, and they're automatically evil. Uh, like I said, it's the name of the game. The name of the game in this Yu-Gi-Oh card is to invent new ways that somebody is racist because they have something you don't got. Oh, self-esteem is also racist too. If you walk around with a cocky look on your face, your head too high, and don't pay any attention to them, or you're not intimidated by them, or you don't care about them evangelizing their dogma to you or whatever, you're also a racist. Yeah, and plus you walk around with a cocky look on your face and have any muscle development or physically train in any kind of a thing, you know what I mean, too, which makes it harder for their crackhead friends to intimidate you or whatever the hell. Oh yeah, you're automatically a racist, you know. There has to be, you do anything with yourself, like any kind of physical training of any kind, and not that you're not that you're looking for trouble or anything, but you'll make a case that, yeah, you do anything to build yourself any kind of real self-esteem, which involves physical or mental betterment of oneself. That's automatically racist. After all, the name of the game, according to them, you're required to self-degrade. I mean, they want everybody to be down one level. And speaking on behalf of other races, which they're good at, without their permission, you're required to be a notch below them. After all, you're supposed to let them evangelize racial issues to you, like it's a dogma, like it's a cult religion now, which we were saying. And you have to also, you're required to self-degrade a few notches lower than a bunch of you got to self-degrade lower than black people whom they never even met. Most of them they never even met, which they, like I said, once again, they speak on their behalf without the consent of the majority of black people. They know, after all, they know what's best for black people, really, right? And so anything they can invent, it's racist. Like I said, self-esteem is racist. Intellectual and physical betterment and muscle development of any kind, which goes hand in hand with walking around with a cocky look on your face, like, is racist. Self-esteem is racist. No, you're not allowed to have no self-esteem, because after all, you got to self-degrade and be a couple notches below them, and you got to be a couple notches below black people whom they never met. Which, yes, I was being repetitive to that, but it's one of them things that make me laugh, and that's another thing to do. You see that's mentioned in cringy videos and YouTube, YouTubers who make fun of this shit. Like I said, I say talking in parentheses here, if that shit is for real or not. Some of it can be fake, and some of them can be just trolling, video trolling, but even if you believe that, there's people that actually believe that shit, believe it or not, and they're the ones that play these Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know what I mean? But being repetitive, I'm trying not to laugh, because I look at a lot of this shit and it's hysterical. I can hardly speak and make a video about it, but the kind of people like that around here where I'm at are very few and far between. And you could also argue, while I finish this video up, you can also argue that since it's so full of YouTube, depending on where you live, yeah, you can argue a lot of points on it, whether it's real or not, or maybe it's more prevalent. And yeah, the academia, the college campus background, because after all, people in the college campuses, even some of their intellectuals, they major in drinking and getting stoned. And since they have if they're in the academia part of it, there's they are more like the intellectual, educated stoners, and they want to change the whole platform of education too. You know what I mean? Like, after all, education isn't really about learning to be able to do something to get a job someday. It's more like creating some kind of other job to their advantage, and creating some kind of creating just it's designed just to create bullshit, and maybe even create degrees in new shit that nobody even damn needs. You know what I mean? So, like I said before I end this video, some of them, the ones that don't get into politics, the majority of them don't, even though some of them do. The whole 90% of the rest of them, they're out of college, and student loans, live back in with their parents, or like I said, they get together in an apartment and as roommates and work jobs that suck, and like work is oppressive, and they have to literally get a job that's oppressive, right? And paying rent is oppressive, and don't get an apartment to have nice things. Oh no, they got to get together as roommates so that they can get together and manage how they're going to pay the rent, and get together a bunch of money somewhere to buy a case of booze, bag of weed, or whatever. And they don't got enough of money or time to get stoned. It's a very convenient way to oh yeah, say it's racist. You know what I mean? And it also appears to be, it's a fake appearance of being virtuous some kind of way. Did you you're rebuking some kind of oppressor. After all, reminding you once again, you got something that they don't got, whether it's money in your pocket, self-esteem, or anything like that. A very good convenience card.